Call of Duty. Depending on who you are, you immediately think one of the most successful multi-million-dollar franchises of the last generation, or you think one of the most overdone franchises of the last generation. Whatever your opinion on the quality of the game may be, you can't deny the fact that Call of Duty has become one of the biggest and most recognized labels in video games. Ask any console gamer from kids to adults if they've played Call of Duty, and their answer will most likely be yes. But why? What has made Call of Duty into something that everybody continues to buy iteration after iteration, even though the basic mechanics are left pretty much unchanged? There are two aspects of Call of Duty that make the game one of the most accessible games on the planet to people of all levels of skill. The first aspect is that the mechanics of Call of Duty are simple and consistent. Call of Duty represents an FPS in its purest form: point and shoot. Tell anybody how to point and shoot, and they can instantly play Call of Duty somewhat successfully. Everyone can play and enjoy the game no matter what skill level they are, because it takes a total of 5 seconds to figure out how to point, shoot, and move. There are other mechanics included in the game, such as kill streaks, grenades, and different weapons, but they all still revolve around the main focus of pointing and shooting. Kill streaks are unlocked by pointing and shooting at people, grenades are essentially another form of pointing and shooting, and different weapons simply change the style of pointing and shooting without changing how the gameplay works. Each of these aspects don't interfere with the pointing and shooting. You can simply ignore all of these extras if you want and still be somewhat successful at the game. Note that I'm not saying that the people who ignore these nuances of the game are better players, just simply that they can enjoy the game without getting frustrated over complexities. The latest Halo iterations are a good example of doing the opposite of Call of Duty by making the secondary mechanics extremely meaningful to the point where they cannot be ignored. Notice the first trilogy of Halo games could be put under this point and shoot category. You point, you shoot, and you kill. But as soon as we get to Halo Reach, something interesting happens. Now the game has added powers that are absolutely essential to winning battles. Halo differs from Call of Duty because Halo has always played closer to an arena shooter, while Call of Duty has gone for a more open map type shooter. In Halo, each battle goes down to the last bullet. It's very rare that you will win skirmishes against someone who is mechanically better than you, because a mechanically better player will know how to counter you in every situation on every map with every weapon. This makes the powers essential to winning. Without using the powers correctly, you'll be at a much greater disadvantage. Call of Duty's map sizes and non-symmetrical map style make the fights end quicker, and usually with one person overwhelming another through surprise. The combination of having to focus less on mechanics and less on extra powers makes it easier for less skilled players to make at least some impact on the game. This leads us nicely into the second aspect that makes Call of Duty more accessible to more people: the feeling of importance and gratification. From the moment a player gets his or her first kill, they feel like they've made a positive impact on the game. Even if their kill-death ratio is negative, that first kill will inspire them with the confidence that they can do it again and do it better. It's this ability to inspire confidence in people who have never been successful in video games before that makes Call of Duty both a very popular title and a good gateway title into video games. People who have never played the games before or are not as skilled want to feel like they're making a positive difference in the game. Even if they're not making a statistically positive difference, the ability for a lower skilled player to occasionally kill a higher skilled player gives them the confidence to work on improving, instead of getting frustrated and simply quitting the game. Meaningfulness in kills and the appearance of importance goes beyond accessibility though. It's an important trait for making the game fun for hardcore gamers as well. Titanfall is a perfect example of a game that removed the importance of the kill too far by adding NPCs to the fight. In its attempt to immerse players into a bigger fight by adding NPCs, it essentially made the kills feel less meaningful in the grand scheme of the battle. Titanfall lost the intimacy that other non-NPC based shooters like Call of Duty have, giving Titanfall an unsatisfying feeling that drove many people away even though the game was critically acclaimed. Going back to the first aspect of simple mechanics, Titanfall ends up rivaling Call of Duty. Titans are a simple extension of pointing and shooting, maps are the same open style, and although powers are a bit more essential than in Call of Duty, they don't overshadow the basic mechanics. But in the end, even though Titanfall was fun at first, the lack of satisfaction after the game seems to have directly resulted in the fate of its popularity. Overall, Call of Duty may not be the most complex shooter or have the most groundbreaking new mechanics, but it ends up being a game that everyone of all skill levels can enjoy and serves as a bridge between hardcore FPS fans and non-gamers. The accessibility of the game is unrivaled, and that is truly what has made the game stand out from other first-person shooters. Whether you enjoy the game yourself, I hope today's Question in Gaming has shed some light on the question, why is Call of Duty so popular? Thanks for watching Question in Gaming. My name is Mooseman, and if you would like to see more of this analysis style content, like and subscribe below. And if you disagree with my analysis, drop a comment down below. I would love to hear your opinion on the subject. I also do an early access review series called Play, Wait, or Avoid, which you can check out in either of these two videos.